And we are live.
Are we live?
We are live. According to my screen, anyway.
Oh, yeah. Trying to get it.
Welcome to Conversations with Sherry and Terry Ann. I am Terry Ann Porter, life coach TA. And you are?
I'm Sherry Berger, and I'm the owner of Here to There Consulting. And we educate business owners with the tools to balance life, business, and finances. And I am currently over here trying to figure out some of this technology. There we are. I found us. Now let's see if I can either share or do a watch party. We're going to talk about mindset. And part of our mindset that Terry Ann and I have been dealing with is technology. Yeah. Depends on what your mindset is. Mindset is we will figure this out together. We're going to get it done.
We will not be defeated by technology. Yes.
And then another thing that a lot of people deal with mindset is not liking Facebook Live. I don't know about you, but I don't like videos of myself.
I don't
either. And I don't like pictures. And we're on here, Facebook Live, talking about mindset. But like I was telling Terry Ann this morning, it's not about us. It's about the message that you need to get out to others. So if you look at it that way, you will find ways that you can get out here and do Facebook Live as well.
I know one of the things that helped me to decide it's okay to get on camera. If you and I were sitting down, we met at a coffee shop and we were sitting down, sharing our drink, having a little scone or Danish or whatever, I would not be so conscious in our conversation about, oh my gosh, is my makeup okay? How's my hair? Is the lighting good? So if it doesn't matter if we meet one-on-one, what is the difference if we are over a table or over a camera? And once I finally changed my mindset to being, okay, it's no different other than I can see myself. So let's just go forward. Let's meet up right now. We're having coffee together.
Yep, we are. And I'm not sure how to do our watch party. So I will later share this on Kansas City Inspired Coffee with Sherry, because right now it's more important that we get this message.
Right.
And our message is about mindset. Everybody right now is really, really struggling with mindset. Do you know that we're in a pandemic?
No way.
We had to change our mindset. You talked about stones and coffee. Terry Ann, I can't wait till we can go have some stones and coffee. But we can have stones and coffee. We might have to order them in and get our cups of coffee and have our faith over our fear. But we still can do it. We just have to do it on Facebook. Do you know that I've been to happy hours on Zoom? I know it's not the same. And I've been to birthday parties on Zoom. I know it's not the same. And some people feel comfortable enough that they're meeting in their backyard and they're social distancing and having get-togethers. But if we want to have big get-togethers, you can do it on Zoom. I know Terry Ann and I both belong to Toastmasters. Do you know what happened to Toastmasters? In the middle of the pandemic, we were in the middle of speaking contests. Yeah, we were doing our national speaking contest. We were going to get to go to Paris. Remember, Terry Ann?
Oh, I know.
We were excited. Whoever won was going to Paris. And we had to figure out very quickly as Toastmasters how to put everything online, because we have not met in person at any Toastmasters function yet since March, including our international that was in Paris. Terry Ann, were you going to go to Paris?
Oh, no. I can't afford
I know.
My role, I'm number 4, and only the top 3 get to go.
Well, they get paid. We could go if we could pay.
Well, we could go if we
I
paid.
really, really wanted to go. And it made you really, really want to go. But you know what really, really happened with that? What really happened with us not being able to go is that we got to go for free.
Yes, we did. And you know what?
Zoom in, but we seen the world champion, a public speaker in Paris. Now you had to change your mindset and make yourself feel like you were in Paris. because we weren't physically in
We're
Paris.
physically there.
I wish I was, but that didn't mean that you couldn't dress right. You couldn't whatever. I mean, what do you got to do to be in Paris? It was
I
like
could join in my
make-believe.
pajamas.
Yeah, but it was like playing make-believe when you were a little
It was
kid,
playing
right?
make-believe. And you know what? I got my little pin that shows I was part of the virtual convention.
In Paris?
As if I'd been there, yes. As if if I were there, I would have bought the pin.
Yeah.
So they had a virtual pin this year. So I get pins everywhere I go. So I have my virtual pin saying I was in Paris via Zoom.
Nobody needs to know the Zoom part. Oh, wait.
That's right.
People are going to go find. But I think in this pandemic, we're having to learn how to pivot and change our mindset. So
mindset makes a difference. I know when the pandemic first started, as far as in Toastmasters, one of the first things I did was I started to create videos on how to use Zoom. Because I knew myself well enough that other things that I was doing to assist people, those businesses were going to shut down. Wasn't sure about Reed's job. So I could already see depression has a way of stepping in. I had to do something for myself to keep me busy so that I would not be able to fall into the depression. So I found ways to make myself useful, change my mindset. It was either sit down and go, okay, I'm going to wait and see what happens to the world, or I'm going to jump in and participate.
See, and I was like that too. About first 2 weeks, because I helped small to mid-sized businesses, my heart was breaking. And I was so worried, and I had business owners and people calling me, and I felt so sad for these people. So I spent probably a week or 2 weeks going through my emotions, which nothing is wrong with that, by the way.
Right.
People always think you just have to always have an attitude. And sometimes going through your emotions is what you need to do to get from here to there. I just made
I love it.
My business. But my point is, we do. And so then I decided I was going to go help as many small to mid-sized businesses as I could. And I did. And for a minute, I even helped several of them for free. But after a while, you either need to sign a contract, right? And move forward or not. Because I found the people that didn't want to invest and move forward, they weren't going to move from here to there.
Right.
It's like if you pay for a gym membership, you put in more. So sometimes we think that, and it's okay, like Toastmaster volunteer. It's okay to do some volunteer, but sometimes you just have to have somebody pay because you're not doing them a favor. That's a mindset too that we need to realize is for our services as entrepreneurs or business owners. We need to we need to educate them about our service that is so important that they should pay for it so that they'll value it. You know what, Terry Ann? I don't want to cut us off, but I know there's a couple people out here trying to say hi and things.
Yes, I see.
I'm having problems seeing them. Can you see them? Because I want to say hi to our friends that are watching.
Hi, Grace.
Oh, is Grace out there?
Grace is out there, yes. And so is Lynn.
Lynn. Hi, Lynn.
And Linda Wilson. Hi, Linda.
Hi, Linda Wilson. There we go. We got some watchers out there. If you guys have anything that you want to talk about regarding mindset, but that's what we're going to focus on today is mindset and how we've all been through. I also know, oh my gosh, if a pandemic wasn't enough, what about all this hate and racist and violation? Oh my gosh, I woke up one day crying because it was just too much. And I don't really watch the news. And I try not to be on social media a lot, but maybe I'm on it more than I should be. But I don't do that, right? But to know what's going on in the world was breaking my heart in that too. But letting yourself go through those emotions of what are these people, what do they want? Why are they doing this? And I don't know, and how it's hurting people and it was hurting businesses. And I'm such a heart person though. So stuff like that can really get to me. But then you go back and I love to use the serenity prayer. I don't know what you do, Terry Ann, but after I work through my emotions, I like to do the serenity prayer to figure out
Mhm.
how to get back, in the right mindset, first of all, because if you do what you can, right, and the wisdom to
Yes.
know the difference, and then leave the rest up to God. I mean, that's the best way to process things.
Mhm.
And so, anyway, I don't know what your thoughts on all of that, but we've had a lot since March going on
We've had a lot going on.
between the pandemic and then the rioters and whatever else is going on. And we're only little Kansas City in the Midwest. So some of the other states have had even more.
Mhm.
And now we have those wildfires. I mean, we've had, oh my gosh, if you look at the last 6 months. But I mean, I watch the news enough to know what's going on,
Sure.
but I'm not going to watch the news to deal with all their negativity.
And that's where you have to determine the mindset is, where's my mind going to dwell? Is it going to dwell on all of that negativity? Or am I going to say, yes, that negativity is there, but how can I either help it or move past it?
That's where I was getting at. Yep. Because you got to figure out which part you can play in making the world a better place.
Mm-hmm.
So we all have purpose, right? So if we are living out our purpose and doing our part in helping others to live out their purpose, and if we could be more balanced in all of that as a community, that would be great. But
so how do you change your mindset?
that's what I really wanted to ask our audience. But some of you know, some of you don't. I lost my second dad. And so the last 2 weeks have been very difficult for me. But I get up in the morning and I do meditation and prayer and I do my gratitude journal and I have my cup of coffee because we love coffee, right? And then I get silly cups like this, like your face.
I love that one.
Here. Or what is your mood today? I have a bunch of coffee cups so you can figure out what your mood is for the morning and grab the right one. But my point is, and realize how blessed you are.
Mm-hmm.
In all that is going on, all this chaos, I'm blessed. And my friend Gerald Harris, who just passed on, he used to tell everybody to make it a good day, not have a good day.
Make it.
Because we're going to have a crazy, at times, right? Ups and downs. And then I lost my brother in the Pentagon 9/11, and we just celebrated that right after I buried my friend. And that can be a lot if you really make it a lot. And it is a lot. But if you go back and you go, oh my gosh, how blessed was I that my brother was in my life for 37 years? How blessed was I that Gerald was there when I needed him? And how blessed am I to have all these amazing people in my life? So I think it's letting yourself feel the grief or the loss. Like the pandemic caused a lot for people.
Yes.
People dying. That's not fun to go through. I'll just be honest. And I've had a lot of loss in my life. But if you think about it, did you have a loss or did you have a season that person was in your life?
Great mindset. Hey, Grace has asked a question. Let me see.
Good.
Look on your screen. Let me see if it works. Oh, look what I can do.
A lot of people who ask you what you think about what is going on in the world don't want to hear your opinion. They just want to tell you yours. What do you think of that? I don't acknowledge this question and it turns them off. Oh, so they want to get on maybe their bandwagon, you mean?
I think, yeah. They'll say, hey, what do you think?
Negative bandwagon that's going on.
Yeah, I think what she's saying is like, I would say, hey, Sherry, what do you think of? And then before I give you a chance to answer, I'm going to give you my long explanation. I don't really want to hear yours. I just use my asking, what do you think, as a launching pad into, let me tell you what I think. That happens a lot. I do agree with Grace there. I see that happen a lot. And my mindset, I get to choose. A lot of times in those situations, I let them go ahead and say what they want, and I don't answer because I know their mind's already shut off. They really don't care what I think. They just wanted to spout their opinion. Okay, I'll sit here. You give me your opinion. Great idea. And they'll move on before they even realize they asked and I didn't answer because they didn't want to know. So I'd look at mindset, that person's mindset, they don't care about my opinion, I'm not going to waste my breath giving it in those cases.
Wow. So my post today was on having difficult controversy conversations with people,
Mm-hmm.
and how you should respect people and their difference of an opinion on that. And that is a big thing. Yeah, sorry, that's what I meant. The way to either tell you or argue. Yeah. And I think we can have a difference of opinion and show love and grace to each other. I just used Grace's name.
Good.
But no, we can show love and grace and have difference of opinion with people.
Yes.
And it's the way we word it. But yeah, sometimes people will just ask you a question just so they can argue their opinion. Because sometimes people also, I think, decide that you already think a certain way because they got what is it called?
They've got a perception of you. Yes.
Yeah. And so they just decide that you're going to be, I don't know, whatever. And that's another thing that we have to be very aware of when we're dealing with people. And that can really hurt your mindset in general with people.
I always hate it when people say to me, well, you think. How do you know what I think? You haven't let me tell you what I think.
And I think we've got a lot of that going on right now, because to make
it
even worse, we're in an election year.
Mm-hmm.
And if you've seen my silly post that I put up, it wasn't silly. It's important. We're not Republican. We're not Democrat. We're not white. We're not black. We're not Mexican or whatever you want to say. We're humans. And if we could do human connection and all pull together, which actually Grace has a great book on human connection, by the way.
Oh, she does.
She does send out cards, and there's an author that wrote Human Connection. But my point is, if we could just be humans and connect and try to, I don't know, work together to get the results that we think, need to be done. We've seen that a lot in leadership over, Terry Ann. Well, it happens a lot in Toastmasters, right? When we get different leaderships, they have different ways of wanting to do something.
That happens in the corporate world too.
And running businesses.
And the way it's all run. Let me take mindset a different angle. And this is where I have a lot of trouble with mindset. And I love a phrase that I recently heard. Now that you don't have to be perfect, you can be good.
Really?
That was hard for me. I thought, what do you mean I don't have to be perfect? Because I want perfection in others. I don't expect it there, but I expect perfection in myself. So a lot of my mindset change over the last few years has been, it's okay if I'm not perfect. That was hard to say the first time. It's okay if I make mistakes. And if you don't like me anymore because I made a mistake, you weren't my friend in the first place. I always felt like I had to be perfect in order to keep a person's friendship.
And you knew how to be perfect? Because I don't know.
I do. And it just bothers people. So I've just started making mistakes. How's that?
I'm not sure how to be perfect.
But I don't know how to be perfect, but I always expected it of me. And it's terrible to be, I'm 61 now. So, in my mid 50s, before I start to look at it and go, this perfection thing is for the birds. I can't do it. And
you mean it's okay to just be you?
Do what?
Is it okay to just be you?
I am learning that. It took me a long time, many decades here to learn it. But you know what? This is me. And if I'm not what you want, I'm not what you want. But because I'm not what you want, that does not make me bad.
But that also is where we can do comparison, right?
Yes.
And we can either look up to somebody and want to be more like them, which is not always a bad thing. But when you try to be them, because the only person you can be is you. And let's go to businesses and entrepreneurs. Not everybody is your ideal client, because not everybody, I used to think everybody would like me. Why wouldn't everybody like me? But not everybody likes me. Shh, don't tell nobody.
No way. Oh, come on, Sherry. You've got to be kidding me.
I just recently had somebody call me, and I think I told you this earlier. They called me charismatic. I was like, charismatic? So I did a pushback. I looked up the definition, and I'm sorry, I am charismatic. Remember, I told you I'm a charismatic, encouraging, resourceful leader. That's how I lead, and I lead from the heart. Now, those can be bad things, but they also are who I am and how to control whatever those adjectives for you are. What would you say your adjectives were, Terry Ann?
Oh, I am caring, trusting, trustworthy, I think.
Why'd you say I think? Claim it.
Okay, I am
It's a
trustworthy.
mindset
I
thing
am
there.
trustworthy. Yes, it's a mindset thing. I have been accused of being direct. I don't play word games. People pretty much know where they stand with me.
But
So
why
they
would
don't-
trust be? So if I'm a caring, direct, what was your other one that you said?
caring, direct, trustworthy person.
Trustworthy leader. What's
Leader.
wrong?
Leader. Yes, leader.
Yeah, people could come up with, maybe people in the chat could put the 3 adjectives that would describe them.
Yes.
Because if you, and own it, right? Don't
I think it. Mine said it.
Don't I think it, and don't go, oh my gosh, charismatic. Well, yeah.
Well,
And
then
who knows me, you agrees, right? Terry Ann, you know me. I agree, I'm charismatic. I don't know how to copy.
But when did you change your idea on charismatic? When you went to say what the word really means, not just what your interpretation of it. What does the word really mean? You looked it up, go, oh, why? That is me. Yes. Hey, Courtney, Grace, Linda, Lynn.
I'm
guys,
glad you can see
help us
these
out.
people. I can't see you guys, but hi, guys.
Give us 3 words, 3 adjectives that you think describe you. Or if you know either one of us, how would you describe us? Let's go both ways.
Oh,
And and if you don't type, we keep talking. Ha ha.
I see the 9 comments. Let's see what I can do here. Because we are learning how to. One of my favorite quotes is when you are meeting with people, you're interested or interesting or interested. That is definition of mindset. You see that one? I've heard Grace say that before, and I love that.
Oh, I love that phrase.
People are either interesting or interested.
I love that phrase. And I like this software because I can find this and I can just click on something and bring it right up. So
yeah, we're using brand new software that we have never used before. So show us a little grace and forgiveness. And we're talking about mindset. That's what we're dealing with. And we plan on meeting at 9:30 on Wednesdays.
Yes.
And we're going to have always a topic that we will be talking about. What did we say we're talking about next week?
Let's talk about balance next week.
Because striving for balance, right? Or women that think they can have it all.
Is balance even possible?
Yeah.
Those are the things we're going to talk about next week. Hey, if you happen to have any questions or comments about that, go ahead and send us a message through Facebook, Conversations with Sherry and Terry Ann. And maybe we will be able to incorporate it into our discussion next week.
Yeah.
You get 2 slightly vocal, assertive women talking about different topics. We may agree, we may disagree, but we also want to hear your opinions. And we want to encourage you to create your own opinions. Don't just take the word of what other people are saying. Check it out and decide for yourself. I love that all of my
She said this quote is from Terry Ann.
It's for Terry Ann, but what quote are we talking about? This quote is for Terry Ann, but am I missing something?
Well, the one that she said, the quote is,
oh, are you interested or interested?
With people, you are interesting or interested.
That one. Okay. Yes. I love that quote. Oh, this one.
Oh, this one. There's no way
I gotta write that one down.
But a million ways to be a good one. I do like that. That's a nice one.
There is no way to be a...
Do you know you can copy and paste these things on here?
Oh, you know what? And it's in the comments. It's not like I won't be able to see it later. Okay, I'll go back to...
You can keep having your coffee. You actually are drinking coffee.
I did move over to my tea. I did move over to my
Terry Ann is a life coach, and I am a business coach. So you can have a little bit different perspectives.
Yes.
Regarding the way that we come about with coaching. And we both are, what do you want to call them? Outspoken. We're both outspoken.
We are
Direct.
outspoken. No way.
We're direct, outspoken. What's another adjective that describes us both? Talkative. Okay, she said, my main thing for working on mindset is to stay in gratitude. Also, I've been told by others I'm loving and kind. Lynn, you are loving and kind. Lynn has the sweetest disposition. She's very, very loving and kind. Yes, that's true. Those are great adjectives for you.
I wonder, do any of you keep gratitude journals? And do you find that they are effective? Do you ever do that, Sherry? Do you keep a gratitude journal?
I do. I just was talking about how the last 2 weeks, being I've been dealing with this very important person that's passed on, I have purposely let myself have my feelings. So if I'm angry, I'm sad, whatever I am, but at the end, I have to turn it into a gratitude. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So if I spend some time in the morning writing in my journal about how I feel, then I end with gratitude. Like I end up thanking God for all the 33 years I was friends with Gerald and what an impact he made. The 37 years my brother was in my life. Whatever is bugging me, or if it is in the morning. Otherwise, if I'm having a good day, but I always choose to make it a good day, right? Because that's a choice. Right. But if I wake up and I'm having Monday, I actually woke up and I was crying, and that's okay. Did you hear me say it's okay to wake up crying? I woke up crying, and I went through my emotions of how I felt, and then I redirected them into gratitude, because it is gratitude in the end, right? I have amazing people in my life. My mindset is to begin each day with a gratitude, share the love and kindness, and remember to be there for others. Yeah, but Grace, tell Terry Ann what you really do in the morning and other people. I know she does the gratitude journal, but Grace is amazing. Grace, what do you do really in the morning? She does send out cards. So find out how she uses send out cards in the morning. She's awesome.
Those are really neat. Now, if I remember what send out cards are, you're actually getting something physically in the mail. Is that correct?
Yeah, you are. But
I love handwritten notes.
It into her gratitude in the morning.
Adding to it. I love it. I love it. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, I'd rather her tell us how she does it so that I.
Okay. Well,
she sends out cards to people in the morning that she's thinking about, or something to that effect.
I think handwritten notes, receiving a note in the mail. I love the emails, but I got to tell you, getting that little envelope, that little card in the mail, and that somebody took the time to sign. I love doing that. I have done that for years. I can already tell, Grace, I would love spending time with you.
Carrie's on. Terry Ann, Carrie's on. Hi, Carrie.
Hi, Carrie.
And then here's what Lynn just said. Lynn said, thank you. I do a gratitude journal for years, looking for silver linings this summer while going through
oh, wow.
Yeah.
They're a mistake. Turning tears to thankfulness. I like that. Turning tears to thankfulness. Oh, what great.
And that's what, it's okay to be mad. It's okay to be sad. It's okay to have these feelings, and we should have feelings. We're people. But how you turn them, like she said, your tears into gratitude. Because that's so important. What do you do when you're having a bad day, Terry Ann?
You will laugh at me.
Oh, sometimes I dance in the rain and dance in the living room, just to be honest.
My husband got me this, and every once in a while he'll say, I think you need to go put it on.
Oh, yeah. I've seen that before.
Okay. There is no way that I can look at my reflection of wearing a little $5 flashing princess crown and not smile.
And there you go.
I am reminded I am a child of God. My Father is the King of Kings and Lord of Lords. I got this. And I am worthy and I am important. And I will wear this around to change my attitude. It sounds silly, but once you get that little smile in there, all you got to do is crack a little smile. And I look at my reflection and just that little smile gets in, and things can start to turn around and I can change my mindset. So, yes, I am a princess and I remind myself of that. And if I don't remind myself, my husband does. I think you need to go put your crown on for a little bit.
There you go. I remember that about you. I love that. That's so cool. Yeah, if we have our little things, I know that you have bears all over the place.
And I have my bears.
Because Barry Ann, but
Yes.
I think they also make you happy, right?
They do. And I have a bear that I've named Ensign Chatterbox. Do you know what a red shirt is?
No, what's a red shirt?
If you watch Star Trek, that's where it originated, and it's become kind of a theatric term now. If someone goes on a away mission and they've got on a red shirt, you know they're not coming back. So I went to Build-A-Bear, got myself a Star Trek bear. I have named him Ensign Chatterbox from the book Crash the Chatterbox by Stephen Furtick. And when it gets really bad, I look at him and I go, "You are not in this scene. It's over. You have been killed off. Goodbye." And I send him away. I have now projected my negativity onto him, sent him away. It's silly, I know, but it's the silliness that works for me.
Well, and if that's what you need. So I don't know what from my childhood, but I love Mickey Mouse. And I've loved him since I was 3. And we went through remodel when we bought this house. We had to remodel the whole house. Everything was packed up. And when I started unpacking my Mickey Mouses, which they're all over in my house. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, they make me happy. So if you have things that bring you joy, and I always have cups that have positive little
Yes.
things on them. And whenever I feel like in the morning, well, none of them are grumpy, so I can't pick the grumpy cup.
Right.
I just put a grumpy cup in this. No, I shouldn't. But so I have to decide what do I need that morning, and then I will pick out that coffee cup, which sounds silly, but
that little thing,
your mindset.
that
So it's
little
just
trigger.
little things in life, and going for a walk. Oh my gosh, that is so
Yes.
helpful when you have a bad day.
We are 2 minutes past the top.
We
of the
are.
hour.
We don't want to keep going on and on about mindset. So next week we're going to talk about balance. And if you guys would inbox us and let us know maybe some things that you would like to talk about. Right now, Grace just said, "Sorry, got a call. I started every day sending a card of gratitude to the person who comes to my mind. Also do this at night before I go to bed. You can't be angry when you share the gratitude from your heart."
Great thoughts.
I bet you can't be sad. I bet you can't be when you try to get into the gratitude mindset. But you need to, you need to let yourself process and then come back to that. And that's what we talked about. But next week on Wednesday, we're going to talk about balance. So if you guys want to inbox us, and still you can make comments on here regarding mindset, let us know what you might want to talk about regarding balance. And we're going to try to respect everybody's time and keep this down 30 minutes because Terry Ann and I can become chatterboxes.
Yes, we
talk about chatterboxes. All right, guys, you go make it a good day.
Make it a good day, and we'll see you
Make it a good day. It's about
next week.
See you guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for joining us.